person that solicits prostitutes for a sex act, and, in exchange for money, whatever else. So that's what Peter's going to be doing.
Street prostitutes are often desperate for drugs, and this makes them extremely vulnerable.
The other girl you were looking at, did she have like red tights on? Did she have tights, red tights? Yes. Why don't you try the girl with the red tights?
Okay, I'm gonna go off there and give it a shot.
Okay, he's pulling over to the curb. Okay, as soon as the brake lights go off, I'll start hitting south down there. I'm not seeing anybody either. Come on, P, where are you?
Okay, go.
Within seconds, the woman has offered Pete sex for money, and Heidi and Luis get the signal to make the arrest.
Oh, he's way down there. The blinker means he's got a violation. Come on out. Police, come on out. Put your hands behind your back.
What's your name, sir?
What's your name?
You have a license?
Luis pretends to arrest Pete to protect his cover.
She first asked if I was a cop. I advised her I wasn't. I kind of played the game, and then she said she's just out trying to make some money. And I said, that's great. I said, I can help her out with that. What are you looking for? And she says, $35.
What are you doing back here?
Having offered Officer Pete Stone sex for his money, she is arrested.
The back of my car.
Luis recognizes the woman as a known drug addict. He checks her arms for needle marks and her fingers for burns from smoking crack cocaine. Despite arresting her, the officers realize that most prostitutes have tragic backgrounds.
How did you get started?
The day my mother told me I was an incest child. That's hard to live.
Do you have any good thoughts about yourself?
I used to be a dancer.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't dance out here in California, though, right?
No.
I only know her as a drug addict, but the last couple of times, she's being picked up by prostitution, and then you can look at her rap sheet. She has a long history of both, drug abuse and prostitution. She's a victim of a rape, and then it happened in Santa Monica. And then apparently the same guy that raped her raped several other women around the beach area.
They usually give you a lot more trouble and usually require us to give more of the violation, but I think she's pretty desperate and she gave it right up.
After being charged and released, the woman will return to Lincoln Boulevard within hours. But sometimes prostitutes can prove useful to police. A short distance from Lincoln Boulevard, Sergeant Islos, head of the anti-gang unit Crash, sees a prostitute walking the street.
How long you been walking around here? How long you... Hang on a minute.
I'm really interested in stolen cars for gang activity. That's my primary emphasis, okay? Now, I would imagine from time to time I'm going to see you walking up and down the street.
I'm sure you are.
Okay, and from time to time I'd like to stop and talk to you, and you keep your ear open for me and your eyes open, and I'd appreciate it. And if you do me a favor and give me information, if you happen to come across any, I will do everything in my power to make sure that you're not sweated too often. Is that fair?
That's more than fair.
Now, what you must do, though, is try not to be out here working. Okay, now, I don't think
you know what, sir, to be honest, my hours really to work are 4:45 a.m. in the morning until daylight, and then I'm usually up off the street.
Those are dangerous hours, though. Why are you out so late?
No, those are when I have all my regulars that are going to work or coming from work, and I usually don't get in the car unless I know you. I try not to.
Good girl. It is my duty as a police officer at least advise them not to conduct criminal activity, but the sad fact of life is some of these prostitutes out here are the best source of information. As a general rule, prostitutes don't do gang tricks. What I mean by that is they don't have a date, as they commonly refer to it, with gang members, because they are cognizant of the danger of dealing with gang members. And even prostitutes, believe it or not, do become victims of rape every now and again, which is a real tragedy because of their perceived belief that they have to be out here to make that money. And sometimes they do get in over their heads.
We resolved this last time.
I know.
You forgot to put gum out in the tank.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of things on my mind.
Look. How many times do I have to tell you that gum out fuel additives help remove deposits and smooth rough idling and reduce stalling?
Sorry. It's on my to-do list.
Those don't look like turkeys.
I prefer using natural ingredients. That's why I take Beano. Beano helps prevent gas from problem foods with a natural food enzyme. It's not a drug. So if you prefer a more natural approach, prevent gas with Beano.
Certified used Volkswagens. They've got the juice.
There's some profoundly evil people walking the streets right now. I'm police! King Kong ain't got nothing on me! Boom!
Training Day, rated R, starts Friday.
We're giving away $1,000 in free cruise travel to the next 200 callers. Just list your timeshare, campground, land, or vacation home for sale or rent. You'll get cash at closing, plus $1,000 in free cruise travel. Call 1-800-515-4441.
Sell your timeshare or vacation property. Get cash at closing, plus $1,000 in free cruise travel. For free information, call 1-800-515-4441. Call now.
On the Discovery Channel. First, inside the secured housing unit of Supermax prisons. Then Supermax continues with a drug bust and later escape and capture the Texas 7.
You have a keen understanding of thermodynamics. You are familiar with jet propulsion. You have a grasp of physics. You, my friend, are a junkyard warrior. So watch Junkyard Wars, where warriors like you turn junk into genius. Junkyard Wars, new day, new time, starting Wednesday at 9 on TLC.
On October 14th, let the Discovery Channel take you for a ride. Hang on for exclusive, unprecedented access to Harley-Davidson's newest creation, the V-Rod. Go behind the scenes at Harley headquarters. Meet legendary designer Willie G. Join top-secret test runs at Talladega and be there step by step as pure American muscle comes to life. Harley-Davidson, birth of the V-Rod. Sunday, October 14th at 9 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel. 10,000 years ago, mastodons vanished. Now, a remarkable discovery in an unlikely place.
There's a boat! A huge one! I'd never even heard of a mastodon before a year ago.
One family's backyard becomes science's biggest playground.
Look at this, 7.5 feet of tusk.
Could this family find change history? Mastodon in your backyard. Next Sunday at 9 Eastern and Pacific on the Discovery Channel.
Everyone's working together to get things moving again. Here's our contribution. 0% financing on most Chrysler cars and minivans. And if you buy now, no monthly payments for 90 days. Now it's never been easier to drive home a new Chrysler car or minivan. So take advantage of these great offers. It's our way of helping move things forward again. See your local Chrysler dealer today.
If Utah had a heart, where would it be? Someplace close to everything that Utah is. Minutes from urban areas, ski resorts, mountains, lakes, and spectacular views. Introducing Deer Mountain. 429 pristine acres on the north shore of Jordan now. To make Deer Mountain your home, you don't have to be famous, retired, or especially rich. You just have to know a good investment when you see one. Deer Mountain, an investment as secure as home.
Once a year, the LAPD faces one of its greatest operational challenges. It's the 4th of July, and 250,000 people are arriving at Venice Beach to celebrate. The police have learned how easily such celebrations can turn into a nightmare. 1986, a minor disturbance in Huntington Beach erupted into a full-scale riot. Within minutes, rioters attacked police units. The police completely lost control of the situation and were overwhelmed. Police authorities learned many lessons that day. Strategic plans were put into place to prevent crowds from ever gaining the upper hand on police again. The Pacific Division is responsible for keeping the peace on Venice Beach during the 4th of July holiday.
This is how we're going to work today on the beach. FB20 will be myself, FB30 Sergeant Halford, FB2 Skinner and Roberson, FB3 Bacon and Goodman, FB11 Christopher and Foreman.
Here, ma'am. Happy 4th of July.
You too there, sir.
27.
Please remember, this is a holiday. We have a lot of nice folks and families coming down to the beach, and we want to make this as safe as possible for them. However, zero tolerance for alcohol. If you see some families out there that look like they may have brought a cooler down of alcoholic beverages, just simply inform them that there's no drinking on the beach. If we come across fireworks, we shall confiscate them, and don't run around with a bunch of fireworks in your car during the day. We'll take them back to the command post. I don't want to see any sparklers or skyrockets going out of our vehicles.
As the first patrols head down to the beach, there's a good feeling among the police and those celebrating the holiday.
Today is kind of enjoyment. Well, as you see, this is the good part of the job. When people out here respect you and they're glad to see you, and you get the waves of praise and support. And I suppose the glamour of wearing shorts and being at the beach, and we can all attribute that to probably Baywatch and Pacific Blue, all the television dramas portraying the beach detail or bicycle details. But it's not always the glory, and it's not always the sun and the cool cars. It's having to respond to the batteries and assaults, murders, gang problems. But this is the real thing.
As hundreds of thousands start to arrive, a mere 100 police officers begin their patrols.
Now we got our own frequency. Don't have to worry about people, cutting us off.
Officers like Stacey McCain know that working Independence Day can be a tough assignment.
Yeah, it's 4th of July, and I'm working all day.
Always come back.
For Stacey and her partner Mel Hayline, this is the first year working Independence Day.
Oh, yep, here they come. Nobody sits up on my beach and I don't get a t-shirt.
As the morning warms up, police encounter increasingly bizarre life forms on the boardwalk. Brent Honore is one of the senior officers on duty today.
All right, wow. And this is as close as I want to get to you. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no. Oh, no, you and me, we can get along just beautifully if you're over there and I'm here. Excuse me, sir. Can I talk to you for a second? Can I talk to you for a second? You and your dog?
Not all pets are allowed on the beach.
There is a law, 6344D2, which says no dogs. It's been in effect, sir. You cannot have a dog on Venice Beach between the hours of 11 a.m. and 8 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, and holidays. Therefore, it is not harassment, it is the law.
The ban on dogs was brought in to rid the beach of pit bulls after gangs used them to attack the police.
Excuse me, sir. Roger, from Pacific and Washington.
Yeah, I mean, they're cute little doggies. Oh, you're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous puppies, but they're not allowed on the beach anymore.
Unfortunately, no dogs at all. We've had problems with pit bulls attacking little dogs like these. So, it's not to punish anybody, but it's actually to make it a little safer for everybody else.
This woman with the golden
with the gold jacket.
A tourist claims she was assaulted by a drunken woman.
Got a small problem.
No, a little kid to a quick girl, she blamed it on me. I really think this person needs some type of medication or something.
Did it hit you?
With that.
The tire? Not the
No.
The tire.
Stacey and Mel decide to take the woman back to the police substation.
You don't want to get her stuff? I'll take her down to the substation.
I run the rest of the wife, I had the right to remain silent, and that was used against me in the court of law. You're dead, woman, because you didn't give me my rights. I can't go to jail. No, I'm not going.
They decide to have her moved immediately to Pacific Central Station.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
There we go.
I didn't do nothing wrong. Okay. I didn't do nothing wrong. Why you arrest me again?
Don't you ever kick me again. Now you're going to jail for kicking me. You actually feel kind of good when you put them away, because when they come out, they're like completely different people. They're straight, they're sober, there's no drugs, they look nice, you can just see the whole change in them, and even they know it. But just the mere fact that they always come back, it's just going to be a matter of time before you have to do it again.
I prefer using natural ingredients. That's why I take Beano. Beano helps prevent gas from problem foods with a natural food enzyme. It's not a drug. So if you prefer a more natural approach, prevent gas with Beano.
Driving is a big responsibility, one that deserves your full attention. But a distracted driver is a factor in 1 out of every 4 automobile collisions.
Anyway, so I had that agreement.
Don't let food, friends, or a phone call endanger your life. Stay focused and stay alive. Learn to avoid driving's most dangerous distractions from this book. It's free from Shell. Count on Shell.
1 tool rack, 36 tools. Get the long-handled tool rack from Rubbermaid.
In this ordinary home, Mom and Dad have a secret. Your parents are spies. Now, it's up to their kids to save them.
Remind me to place an allowance.
Spy Kids, rated PG. Now available on video and DVD.
Ma non me vedi, imbecille? Che sta a fare?
Vai piano, cretino, piano!
Bella, che fai stasera?
Fratello fighetto!
Toyota Corolla, loved by people all over the world.
Now get the Wall Street Journal delivered for 8 weeks at just 38 cents a day, a 50% savings. Call now 800-293-8200. That's 800-293-8200 for the Wall Street Journal.
Every Monday night on the Discovery Channel.
The things I do for Discovery.
Join adventurer Nigel Marvin on a quest for amazing creatures.
She's absolutely gorgeous.
Tomorrow, Nigel goes in pursuit of North America's most lethal snakes. Slither along in their venomous world and discover the intoxicating nature of these deadly vipers. Nigel's Wild Wild World, tomorrow at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel. And visit Nigel's fan site at discovery.com for exclusive clips of Nigel's shark encounter. Next, the Discovery Channel gains unprecedented access and takes you behind bars.
Welcome to Oz. Follow the yellow brick road.
Wabash Valley, Indiana's super maximum security prison.
He has super strength. He can rip through handcuffs with no problem.
A detailed look into the lives of some of America's most dangerous inmates. Supermax, tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
As more reports come in of gang members on the boardwalk, a crisis meeting is called, which includes officers from CRASH, the LAPD's anti-gang unit.
Last weekend, we've had some problems with the gangsters down around North Venice parking lot. Ultimately, what we'd like to do is remove that element from the beach. Very easy to have mass chaos out there and have a lot of looting, which we've had in the past in gang activity. As you've seen, just about every gang in the city coming down there. Don't assume everything's a firecracker either. There's been enough gangsters out there and enough reports of shots fired and people packing that we have to assume the worst and prepare for the worst. We have a situation where we have a shooting. I expect a good perimeter, get it tight, clear everybody out. You don't need a supervisor to do that. You just clear out that area so we can collect the evidence, make sure we got no victims down, and start getting good wits. We're ripe. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen soon.
Members of the anti-gang unit are sent down to the boardwalk to keep the crowds under control. Elite crash officer Mike Porter heads for a spot where he suspects drug dealers hang out.
Different people will tell you different things, but a lot of officers have been told from street informants and whatnot that tied tennis shoes in a form of a telephone wire is usually a place for narcotic sales. Put your hands on your head for me. You got a warrant? Huh? You got a warrant?
I'm not standing right now, man.
I don't care who you're with right now. Put your hands on top of your head. And step right over here. Spread your legs out for me.
Mike stops a gang member in the crowd. There's a warrant for his arrest.
What? You ready to my name or what?
The tattoos on his legs identify him as a member of a gang called the Culver City Boys.
Although he's with his family, as you can see, he still fits a stereotype of what some of our local gang members would look like. And what I think could happen here is someone might disrespect him or vice versa, and then it's just going to escalate from there. So we just pull him out of the element, and then we don't even have to worry about him being a problem for the rest of the weekend. My partner, who's not my typical partner, he works another gang in the area out of Oakwood. He focuses on B13, and we've already seen some of his gang members down here as well. And B13 and Culver City Boys, which he's a part of, they're always at war at some level. They're always feuding with one another. So we know the mix is here, and whenever we have the components of the mix, it can always escalate into something much bigger.
Lord, I don't like this. And on top of not liking it, I hate smelling weed and not finding it.
Yeah, this is Damiano. I'm over here at North Venice and Speedway. Just letting you guys know that there is some activity starting to roll in over here.
Okay, roger that, Doms. I appreciate the update.
In order to prevent a confrontation between gang members, the crash unit has orders to keep everyone on the move.
One way or the other, we got to keep it going.
He's got a badge and a gun, so I'm supposed to run and just be intimidated
Sir,
by it.
really, my badge and my gun isn't my intensity.
Why don't you just go about your nice day, sir? Why don't you go about
Well, you need to keep moving, sir.
Isn't this a public beach?
You need to either go this way or that way or that way.
Is this a public beach or is this rush? Keep moving. Just keep moving, huh?
Gentlemen, you need to start walking either this way or that way, but we need to get the movement going now. Either go this way or go that way, but no standbys. Let's go. One way or the other, but you guys gotta start walking. They obviously don't like to be told that they have to keep moving, and although it's somewhat effective, the reality of it is as soon as we tell somebody move and then they walk away, or we walk away as a police department, then the people seem to get right back to the initial position that they were in. So effective, kinda, but it's starting to get a little bit rowdy in there, so we'll see. We'll just take it minute by minute, see what happens.
The 22, any of the 4x4s, I just want to make sure your vehicle's the PA system is working.
Mike is called to a fight between gang members on the boardwalk. The crash unit moves in, backed up by mounted police. Police try to cordon off the area where the fight broke out.
Come to your left.
When Mike spots someone throwing a bottle at him, he and the crash unit give chase.
I got your... Appreciate it, guys. Show up to the front of the proceed. Here. Hey, George. Jim, no way. 1700 Pacific, yeah. Pacific at Venice, Way Code 4.
Okay, I want you to double up. You got 4 of your cars? Okay, just get out of your cars and just let your presence be known, but stay at the edge of the parking lot. And then get a hold of me on the air and let me know what kind of crowd you got.
Concerned the crowd may turn against the officers, Kelly sets up a protective ring around the Beach police station.
Right now, everybody start moving. You guys spread out a little bit more.
But in the end, she issues the order to close the boardwalk.
Shea, Los Angeles Police Department. I hereby declare this area, Windward Ocean Front Walk, as an unlawful assembly. In the name of the people of the state of California, I command all those assembled at Windward Ocean Front Walk to leave the area. This is your last warning. You have approximately 2 minutes to disperse from this area. All those that remain will be subject to arrest. This is your warning. Those persons left in the area will be subject to arrest. This is a lawful order. Group on Windward and Oceanfront Walk, you must leave the area. You have been given a lawful order.
Okay, you got it.
We're losing the left here.
Start walking southbound only. There are no exceptions. Southbound. It's a beach closure, that's why. Now go northbound. I don't need to explain that right now. See you later. Goodbye. Go or go to jail.
Eventually, the boardwalk is deserted.
There were 3 arrests made. The officers took some rocks and bottles from high ground over in that area, but they continued their movement of the gang element out of here. That's about it. Everybody's okay, safe. See order now and it's back to normal.
I wanted a diagonal.
The police may have stopped the gang fights during the day, but under cover of darkness, gunfire soon breaks out. A short distance from Lincoln Boulevard, a 16-year-old gang member is dead.
What happened is we had a drive-by shooting that happened about 7:30. The victim was standing in front of the liquor store. Vehicle pulled up, shot 4 or 5 rounds, not real sure exactly, directly hitting the victim. The victim runs over to the payphone, and the victim goes back to in front of the store where he collapses and he has expired.
The LAPD manages to keep the upper hand on this Independence Day. But for the family of one teenage boy, this will no longer be a day for celebration.
late-breaking news from around the globe. Click on Discovery News at discovery.com. But now, it was the second largest bank heist in U.S. history. Uncover the unperfect crime. Coming up next.